Hi everyone, so I'm actually home for the weekend, visiting my friends and my family before I go to Europe, and I was thinking about, YouTube videos and how I film them, and I just want to do something a little different. So today I'm going to talk about SEO and some myths when it comes to content writing for SEO. So what is SEO? People don't really know what SEO is. I'm actually going to ask Mum, what do you think SEO stands for? Exactly. So what is SEO? SEO is search engine optimization. So it's how your business ranks on Google. It's how you are presented online and how people can find you when they type in a keyword that's related to your business. So it's SEO for one, and one thing I'm going to tell you right now is SEO takes time. It is a long-term investment. If you want to be ranked high when it comes to where your business stands on Google, you have to invest time. I'll just ask my dad. Dad, what do you think SEO stands for? What do you think SEO stands for? SEO.
SEO?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
See, exactly. We don't all know what it means. So how are we going to know how to do it properly? And if we are a business owner, we try to research as much as we can, right? But some of the myths aren't really clear, and SEO is always developing. So I want to talk about some of the myths when it comes to SEO. The first myth is keyword stuffing. We don't have to. My dad calls an iPad a good thing because it does good things. He can check the weather, he can check his bank, and he can put bets on for his racehorses. Anyway, so number one myth when it comes to SEO is keywords. So obviously we want to have keywords to make sure that, when people search for us online, they know exactly, like, your page is going to come up, right? But at the same time, you're not going to stuff your page with keywords because it's just really not, it doesn't flow well. And I'm just going to take a seat. Mum's new feature chair. So yeah, it just doesn't really flow well when you're writing content. So if you're a store in Sydney, or if you're like a service-based business in Sydney, if you're typing in every single word like electrician in Sydney, as an electrician in Sydney, like, it just does not flow well at all. So you want to make sure that you're using keywords that are relevant. And at the moment, Google is quite smart at making sure that your keywords are, aligned. So if you're talking about an electrician and you use electrical or any words related to electrician, Google's smart enough to pick up on that. So don't always feel like you have to stuff your content with keywords, because who wants to read content that is absolutely stuffed with keywords? Myth number two, when it comes to SEO, the more links, the better. It's not always true. So when you're looking at links, you've got to look at quality over quantity. You want to build links into your content that's important. You don't want to overload your content with links all the time. You need to make sure that these links are relevant. When it comes to guest blogging as well, and always linking your site, yeah, you can guest blog, but you need to make sure you're guest blogging on places that are relevant to your topic. Yeah, you can put the washing on, Mum. How good is a fire, by the way? We don't get those things in the city. So yeah, when it comes to links, don't overload your content with links. Make sure everything in it is really relatable. You want to be giving people information, not just stuffing as many links as you can. And if you're looking to invest in content on your website, invest in people that can write blogs, invest in people that can write content, rather than people that can just shove links into your page, because you want to make sure that the content you are providing is engaging, because how Google works is it goes on the value of your page. And if you're answering the value of each of your potential clients, then Google is going to rank you so much higher than if you're just stuffing keywords and stuffing links in. The next myth when it comes to SEO and writing content for SEO is that your website needs to be absolutely stock filled, or your homepage needs to be stock filled with content. That is not true. You can keep your website really concise and really to the point by using smart language, but also using your website as a resource hub. So instead of having everything on one page, section it out. Obviously, when it comes to clicks, my recommendation when it comes to building a website is more than 2 clicks for some certain topics is you're going to lose a lot of your audience. And I've done a lot of that when building intranets for my full-time job. But what you want to make sure is that you're not overloading content, because think about it when you read something. How much of a blog, or how much you want to make sure that it's so concise that you know why you're there and you know exactly what is on there. You don't want to be reading big slabs of content. So you want to break it up with pictures. You want to make sure that everything is to the point and really relatable to that client. So don't stuff, try and get as much content on your website homepages and your pages as possible. Be smart about how you lay out your page and use your resources to inform, whether you've got a blog where you tap into different niches, where you give tips and tricks for people that really are looking for more information, instead of just shoving all your content on your homepage and your services and everything's in one go. It's so bulky, and breaking it up with pictures and making it so much more engaging, and the content's really strong. You're going to really speak to your audience. And yes, this is my bedroom. I didn't grow up in this bedroom, but this is my bedroom when I stayed home. Speaking about images, one of the myths with SEO, and one thing probably people don't really know, is they think that their images and videos don't need to be optimized. That is so not the case. There is an algorithm within your image called alt text, and if you describe your image in that alt text, it helps you get shown on Google Images. It helps with search. The more information that you are putting within your website, on your images, on your content, using those keywords, the easier it is for Google to see that you are relatable. So don't think and don't neglect your images and photos. And that was probably one of the biggest shocks that I had when I was looking at the SEO and the myths with the content, because I write a lot of blogs, and you want to have pictures in there because you want it to be engaging, and you want people to, you don't want to just have slabs of text. So you're going to add images, and you just add all these images and just think, oh yeah, we'll just pop some images in, all good to go, maybe have a caption. But what people don't understand is there is the algorithm of Google is looking at everything on your website. So if you're also using images to display text, you need to remember that unless it's got HTML, then Google isn't going to be able to pick up on it. So just always make sure you are optimizing everything with that blog post or with that website page so that Google can pick it up. And just make sure that your images are relatable to how Google use their images, and these captions are really descriptive. Obviously your captions will help your title descriptions, but also you need to make sure that your images are in the right format to ensure that Google will index your image. So this can be BMP, GIF, JPEG, PNG, just to name a few, and Google will pick up on those, and that'll help you get seen more on Google. As I spoke about before, your potential clients or people looking at your website, they're probably not going to want to click a lot. So one of the other myths of SEO is the more web pages, the better. And this is so not the case. You want to obviously have a homepage. You want to tell people what your services are. You want to have something about your business, maybe who the team is, some contact. But you also probably want to have a resource hub, whether that's a blog, or if you're in coaching or courses, you want to have all your courses on one page, maybe a portal which sits off to your website that only certain people, if they want to, tap in further. But the more website pages, if you have a page for every service that you do, it just bulks up your website and makes it slower. And people are going to be searching way, way too long to find what they're looking for. So just make sure when you're designing your website and you're writing content for it, you don't have to be shoving content wherever you can. You just need to map it out so it's really easy to navigate. And I'm sure if you use your mentality of when you're searching a website and what's, if you click on a website and it takes more than 5 seconds to load, you're probably going to click out of it. If you click on a website and there's like every service has a page and every service has like so much content and big slabs of text and no images, you're not going to read it. So why do you expect your clients to read it? So just make sure, just the more website pages, the better is actually not a thing. And you want to be really concise with what you're writing and the content that you have on those web pages. And my sixth myth when it comes to SEO is done SEO once, don't have to do it again. That is so not true. As I said at the beginning, SEO is an investment. You can't expect to be on page 1 within weeks. If you are, that's amazing, but you can't just do SEO once, put a couple of links in your content, never review your content, never update your blog because you've done one blog and just leave it. It is such an investment, and you have to continue to develop your SEO, whether you do it organic, like you do it yourself, whether you hire someone to do it, whether you hire someone to do certain parts of your SEO. You could just get someone to write a blog for you and help you develop some keywords and help write the content for your website, maybe help develop it. Or, you could invest in a digital marketer who specializes in SEO, who can help with all your content, develop an SEO plan, and continue to develop that with you, as long as monitoring the reporting and the stats so that you know that you're showing up on Google. But don't forget that this takes work, and this isn't going to be, it's just like a business. It's like anything. It takes time to grow and to develop, and you can't expect that, once you've done it once, that's it. You don't have to do it again. And it's just like lots and lots of things. It's like having a garden, and your flowers aren't going to pop up all the time. And that's also with season as well. Your business might be really popular and show up on Google during a certain type of season. You can't expect it to always be perfect, but you always need to develop that. And one of the things that I'm starting to develop in my business is my retainer program. Now, I don't have a name for it just yet, and I'm sure I will, but I'm helping a lot of businesses as a support, not for SEO as specifically, but looking at website, developing that content. I've got a service at the moment for $100 a week, and what that provides is, for that $100, that's a blog post and ongoing support. And that blog post will really help you develop your SEO. If you're always producing that content, you're more likely to get seen on Google, because Google knows that you're relevant and you're still operating and you're still providing that your customers' level of service. So if you're interested in hiring me as your blog guru, blog poster, I'm more than happy to help you with that SEO process. And I do have, extended knowledge on SEO as an ongoing support, but for $100 a week, I can help you develop your website a little bit more, whether you use that 2 hours a week to firstly look at your website, optimize that as much for SEO as possible in terms of content writing. And then moving forward, doing a blog maybe fortnightly, so using that $100 every fortnight for me to create a blog for your site and to help make you relevant on Google, and then using the other fortnight to help with content for your socials, which social media also helps you with your SEO, because if you're on not all platforms, but platforms that are relevant, you're going to get shown up. So whether you need help with your content planning, your content strategies, that $100 a week will provide me as a service to you, whether that's for blogs. You can choose where you put that 2 hours, use that 2 hours of me, and plus, that ongoing support, whether that's advice from me in terms of what I think topics should be for your blogs, whether I think maybe your website needs updating in terms of content, whether I give you advice on your socials and how you can boost them a little bit more. So send me a message if you want me to help. At the moment, it's just a retainer program, but I'll have a name for it soon. Please message me if you have any questions on SEO. And I think the most important thing is that you just got to focus on content and just jazz up your website, make it really engaging. So when you're searching a website, like what makes you drawn to that website, what kind of language are you looking for your clients? You know your clients and you know the type of language they speak. You obviously have done that kind of research. So just speak to them on a level that you really relate to as well, and that you can be authentic as a brand. So, what were the kinds of myths of SEO that surprised you? I think one of the ones for me was definitely the images and the videos. You just don't really think that content within those really helps with showing up on Google and any other search engine, obviously. But please send me a message if you had any other myths that you'd like to discuss, or if you have any questions. Please reach out, and I would love to hear from you. I hope you like this style of video. Right now I'm in my parents' bedroom. I just wanted to do something a little bit different. When I go to Europe, I'm obviously going to be able to do videos from the streets of wherever I am, but just me sitting in front of a computer in my bedroom with a white background is a little bit boring sometimes. So I just wanted to try something new. Please let me know what you think, and please let me know what you thought of this kind of look into SEO. It's very brief. Obviously, the SEO is quite dense, but it's also pretty straightforward in terms of that level of understanding. The more you research something, the more you know. So don't be scared of SEO. It's your friend. It's here to help you be more relevant and speak to your clients a lot more. So I will talk to you next fortnight. I think it'll be like just before I go to Europe, so that's super exciting. Have an amazing fortnight. I'll see you on my blogs, on my socials. Make sure you follow me, send me messages. I'd love to hear from you guys. Okay, bye.